right, man. So, what were your first, musical like impressions? Like, what was the first things? Is this something you started as a kid, or did you just recently get into it, or what?
No, 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 no. Music has always been in my life, actually. My mom, for example, she's a huge Queen fan as well, fan of George Michael and Michael Jackson. So
Okay.
that kind of music was always around. And actually, I kind of went to concerts from a very early age. So music has kind of always been in my life as well. As a television producer, I was always part of creating the theme music for the television programs. And I've been kind of always mixing songs together since I was 10 or 11, basically. So
Oh
it
wow.
has always been there, but the singing only took off like 3 or 4 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
What So if there was one artist, you mentioned a couple. If there was one you
Well,
could work
I
with,
think we're losing connection.
let's see.
Are you still there?
Yeah.
Cool.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You went away for just
A
10 seconds
second.
or so.
Okay, cool, cool. I'll cut that part out. No worries. If there was one artist you can work with, who would that
Yeah.
artist be? Right now, they have to be in the industry right now.
Uh, it's a very difficult one. I should say Simply Red or Toto.
Okay.
I kind of love the 80s vibes. I'm using that as a blueprint for my first EP and first album. I want to make a retro sounding album. That's just what I love.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's
Yeah.
cool. So when was the first moment that you were like, man, I'm gonna make it in the music business? Like, what happened? Tell me the story.
Yeah, yeah,
Were
yeah.
you just at home and then it dawned on you, or like, what's the story behind that?
No, 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 no. I started out singing bars in 2013 when I was still in my studies and living in Amsterdam. And one night, a guy approached me and he told me, "Hey, you should do covers of George Michael." And I was just like, "Why?" He said, "Yeah, well, your voice sounds familiar to him." So I really got into his music, and then I did that for quite some years. And then I started to, I got a professional mic and I started to produce my own demos. And then I got in contact with George Michael's producer in January of this year, actually pretty close after his death. And so I was a little bit scared as well because I was thinking, maybe this is too soon. Because the original plan was to send it to his agency, but then he died, obviously. But John Douglas, his producer, he was very kind to me, and he said, "Yeah, well, there's a lot of potential in you. Maybe you can go out and write your own stuff." So that really gave me confidence to go and write and produce "Exclusive," which is my debut single. Yeah,
Okay, cool, cool. So,
yeah.
thinking about the single, so like, what is the thoughts behind that? What's the energy? Like, where'd you come up with the idea? Kind of speak about that a
Well,
little bit.
yeah, it's basically it's all about the dating generation. Everyone is on Tinder or you know all these dating apps. And what I see in my circle of friends is that everyone is going for like a quick fix, but then at the end they want something for real,
Mm-hmm.
a one-on-one commitment, and they're always like so disappointed afterwards, like. For fuck's sake, it was only for just quick hookup. So I think it's exclusive is really about the fight between you know playing around and going for some exclusivity, like constantly fighting between these themes, or I don't know how you call it, but yeah,
Interesting, interesting. That's
yeah,
a good. It's good to make
yeah.
music about relationships. The world needs more viewpoints on that.
hmm
Um, so, what's something you've learned about yourself over the years of doing music that maybe you didn't know about yourself before?
Well, it gives me a total different and new kind of energy, which I didn't knew I had. For example, you get energy from going to the gym or work out or swim or whatever. But when I go out and perform, it's just like something takes over me or something. I can't really explain it, but it's just like the total package for me. Being creative, writing songs, producing them, creating the cover art as well the music videos. It just gives me energy, and it just wants to wants to wake me up every morning and go out and do it. So yeah, that feels great.
That's
Yeah.
cool. So what is it? What's your career gonna look like 5 years from now?
Well, I really hope. My final goal. Sorry, is to be in a big stadium, and it hasn't. It hasn't been. Sorry, it hasn't to be a one man show. It can be with a lot of dancers, lots of great visuals. But I really want to make a big, great entertainment show for a lot of people. Um, which attracts a wide variety of people. So that's really my main goal,
That's
and
cool.
I hope it will happen. Yeah,
That's cool.
and I
So
and I think I have to work on my English too because I'm not a native speaker, as you can hear.
no, no, it doesn't. It's fine. There's a lot of people struggling with English
Yeah,
performing,
yeah,
in the major arenas. So
yeah.
I mean, where can people find all your stuff at?
Well, actually, it's all on YouTube. My channel is. Are you still there? Sorry.
Yeah, yeah, I'm here.
Okay, cool. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. My artist name is Andyva. The V and A stands for my surname. And a friend of mine is always calling me Andyva. I don't know why, but he says, "Yeah, well, there's Andyva." So I was really thinking, what should be my artist name? And then I replaced the I for a Y, which is a V, Andyva. So
Hmm.
you can follow me everywhere on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter.
Okay,
And we're
cool.
also on Spotify, by the way. Amazon,
Nice.
everywhere. All major music platform.
Awesome. All right, well, it's your time now to take over and just tell
Yeah.
people what you know about you, what you're trying to do, and basically anything that people want to know about you. This is your time to let us know.
Wow. Okay. Great. Um, yeah. Well, I just want people to know that I'm working on my first EP, which is set for release just before Christmas. The first 4 tracks. We're working on a power ballad now with live gospel choirs, which is going to be awesome. And after that, I will do an up-tempo track as well. And so that will be the first 4 tracks because I already did a duet version of Sexclusive with Dorona Alberti. She's from a very famous jazz band here in Holland, as well Europe. So and then from early 2018, we'll be slowly working towards my first album. So basically, like I already told you, I am working like around the clock every day to get all this stuff produced. But it's just I love it. It's just my life now. So
That's
no more time
great.
for parties or whatever. Only work, 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 and but it's great.
That's
Yeah,
great, man. Thank you for spending time with us, and I really
it's a
wish you the
pleasure.
best.
Thanks for having me.
All right. See you.
Cool. Ciao.